Welcome to Becoming Church, the podcast where we discuss how the message and movement of Jesus is not just about becoming Christians, but about becoming the church. I'm your host, Kristin Mockler-Young, and I'm so glad you are joining the conversation. Hey, welcome back to the Becoming Church podcast. I'm your host, Kristin Mockler-Young, and I have a special guest today because a few episodes ago, I was interviewing someone, and when we were finished, he was like, hey, so you were the host, but who was that guy in the podcast photo? And so he's back.
Yes.
It is
back.
Naeem.
The one and only.
The one and only.
Naeem
Fazal.
Yes.
Back on the podcast.
I know. It's one of those things I'm like, I've thought about this before, but I'm like, no, you're doing such a great job at this. And I think that your guests are just fascinating and the conversations are so good. And so I'm thinking, man, this is wonderful.
Yeah, it's been super fun. Now, we have had some amazing people, but I have to tell you, and you're on first.
Yeah.
For the summer, we're going to have even more fun. And what we're going to do this summer is we are going to spill the tea on the staff.
Spill the tea.
A little bit. We want to give people
the chai. Spill the chai.
Spill the chai?
Chai is
that
it's Pakistani.
Yeah, you shook your head when you said chai.
No, I did not. You're lying. I did not shake my head. And that might have been racist. I don't know.
Might have been.
Yeah. But we don't like to spill the beans. Isn't that a thing?
Spill the tea.
Oh my gosh, there's so many spillings.
Spill the tea.
In the US.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to have some fun. We figured we would let y'all get to know the Mosaic staff a little bit. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have them all on. I'm going to ask them some questions.
Yeah, I think so. But people know everything about me. I mean, like I talk all the time.
You do talk a lot.
Exactly. More than you. And I've told all the stories twice. Like, come on.
You have. But I bet I can find something new.
Okay.
I bet we can find something.
Let's do it.
Well, let's start with this actually, because we did talk about the history of Mosaic, how you came to Charlotte, all of that. We'll link those episodes up in the show notes. People can go back and listen. But let me ask you this.
Yes.
Do you ever regret it?
Regret what?
Becoming a pastor and starting a church.
Oh, wow.
Hard-hitting question, right?
Seriously. I was like, you want to start with easing up on the tea before we totally spill it?
We want to get
this is more like me just walking and bumping into the door with a cup of tea, like all of a sudden. Mm-hmm. All right. Do I regret it? There are moments that I have thought over the years, what would I do if I didn't do what I do right now? You know? Mm-hmm. So I don't regret it by any means. Okay. No, there's no regret like, oh, I wish I'd never started this thing. I've told other pastors this, like when they've started churches, like early on, I'm like, you know what? When I started Mosaic, it was like I love the idea of it, you know, and I love parties. And so I'm like, it's a party that never ends. As in you can't end. Now, here's the problem with a party that never ends. At some point you're like, go away, people.
You get a little tired?
We get a little tired. Yeah. So I'm like, listen, I've thought of like, what would happen if I just took a break for a couple of years and came back into it? I have had those thoughts, just being real.
Yeah. That's what we're doing here today. So that's good. All right. So you mentioned if you weren't a pastor, right? In another life, if you weren't a pastor, what would you do instead?
So, you know, I think I gravitate towards the art world. I think the art industry would be something that I would go after. I actually was thinking that I would be in that industry when I first came to the States and got into college. Art was my major. Didn't know what exactly I would do because I create art, mm-hmm. You know, I'm a visual painter, I should say. And so, but selling art, being like, I love the idea of owning an art gallery. I really love that. And I think, like, talk about regret too. I'm like, you know, it's one of those things that if I was like to a point where I'm like, man, I didn't have an art gallery, I think I would regret that. But right now I'm like, I could still own one. But I think there's going to be a time where I'm like, well, I can't really own this anymore. But yeah, I would be in the art world. I love cars too.
Okay.
And I don't mean like the engine part of the cars. Like, you know, there are guys who are like, or there are girls that are like into like the horsepower and the just the components of a car. Mm-hmm. You know, mm-hmm. I just like the way cars look.
Got ya.
Yeah. So I'm like, that looks cool. I like
Mhm.
designing. I would like to own exotic cars. But when people ask me, oh man, what's under the hood? I don't care. I don't know. Have
The
you
ending?
seen
Yeah.
the outside and look at the inside interior of the car? So I do that.
So you could be a car artist.
Yeah.
You could
Painting in
paint,
cars. Yeah, that's going to
paint
start. Yeah.
cars.
But here's the other problem. I actually like fashion and I
Mhm.
like design. Like
Okay.
I think a lot of the staff know that when it comes to like furniture and
Mhm.
putting the room, like the what's the word? Feng shui of a
Feng
room.
shui, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, of a room. I'm into that.
you are.
Or just like moving furniture
You
around.
like the way a room looks.
Yeah, I really like the way things look. And I think visually, I think things communicate so much more. So I think I would do something to that effect. I'm always like looking at, I don't know, anything that's visual. I'm like, hey, why did they do this? That looks dumb. That's goofy. That looks beautiful. Oh, that was so intentional. Look what they just did over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So instead of Pastor Naeem, it would be car painter, fashion design, feng shui man.
Yes.
We would somehow figure out how
Somehow.
to put those all together
All
in
that.
one for you.
All that. I mean,
Well,
at least I mean, it is a lot of things, but it is a little bit concentrated. I mean, I'm not like also music and
Right.
or also cooking.
Right.
I enjoy music. I enjoy eating.
No one enjoys cooking.
There are some people
some
who
people do.
love.
Peter does actually. That's
Yeah,
true. My husband does.
yeah. And I don't mind cooking if I know what I'm doing. I mean, like making a really good steak. I actually like doing that, and I'm pretty decent.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Well, and I was going to say too, in the foyer of
Yeah.
Mosaic, you do sometimes turn that into an art gallery. You painted an epic piece for Juneteenth.
Yes, I got some help with that.
It's massive.
For sure. But do you know that the foyer in the church, the Hope Center, and especially the foyer, but also parts of the parts of the building were created in mind to be an art gallery.
Yeah.
So in one sense, I kind of created. I was part of like design of the whole Hope Center. I definitely played a huge part in that, and I was like, I'm gonna vicariously live out my owning an art gallery.
Hey,
I know, right?
And you know what I just realized? We have a warehouse space in the back now that has cars. So you are just living
that's
out
a whole different. Yeah, that's a storage place. It's not my
dreams.
cars, and I don't like any of the cars except one. So, but thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
All right. So if there was something that you could change about Mosaic, not necessarily like structurally or what it looks like, but if there was something you could change about Mosaic, what would you change?
Oh my gosh, what would I change about Mosaic? It would be tough. I mean, I said I would. I think like I would like the idea of like being able to inspire people to create more. I would like to change that. So I don't know if we push the envelope of creativity enough at Mosaic, and I would like to do that.
Just
Visually, in the way we do things, in the way we host and care and love people, the way we disciple people, the way we show people what it means to live a life fully alive with a relationship with Jesus. Okay. So I would change how many people knew about Mosaic.
Yeah.
I wish a lot more people would know. There's another church called Mosaic in LA. And people are always like, are you guys connected? I'm like, no, we're not connected. I know the guy, but I'm like, that's LA.
There's multiple Mosaics.
Right. So, yeah.
I hear you. All right. So for people who have never been,
okay,
because we do have people that listen that have never been to Mosaic, I want you to explain like the vibe, like the general vibe of Mosaic in like 10 words or less.
Ooh.
Go.
Okay. So, you gave me these questions earlier on just to let everybody know what we're doing.
I was trying to like make it loosey goosey here.
Yeah, I know. So what I put was, I wrote this down. I was like, very ordinary people living extraordinary lives and highly diverse people moving as one.
So what you're telling me is, even though I gave it to you in advance, you still gave me 12 words.
Yes. But you can cut out moving. As one, you can get rid of. So highly diverse people moving.
Yes.
That's it.
That does happen.
That's it. That's it. Just moving. I think, like the vibe of Mosaic, it's definitely, I hate to say it because it's like, it's naturally just cool, chill, free, safe.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
Not pretentious at all.
Oh my gosh, no. I was just going to say, we do not take ourselves too seriously.
It's clean. So it's not like no one gives a rip.
Yeah.
But it was intentionally created, a place that's intentionally created for people to just be free of distractions and be free to be who they are.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about it?
About Mosaic?
Yeah.
See,
you can only pick one.
I mean, the people.
Yeah.
People. I think the diversity of it, the kindness of people, I mean, my favorite thing is sometimes is like seeing people get excited about being like on Sunday mornings, being there and looking around. Like I think the most fulfilling thing sometimes is when people will tell me, wow, and they're looking around, they just looked around and they saw a glimpse of the diversity and the kinds of people and the joy, and they go, man, this is really cool. I love this place. When people say that, I think I was like, that's the coolest thing. So it is people. It is people. Now, don't get me wrong. I love when people come here and go, man, this place is cool. So no doubt about
And they
that.
do say that too.
They do. They definitely do.
You can't be mean at Mosaic. And it's not even because we like kick them out, but mean people just don't stick.
They don't.
They're like, everybody's too nice here.
Yeah. I think we also call out people who are not mean. We're like, what's wrong with you?
That's true.
It's not natural. It's unnatural at Mosaic to be like mean, stuck up, opinionated. Because we're like, go away. Like we don't say it at all.
We don't say it.
But we were like,
but we'll be like, hey,
yeah, we'll serve you coffee and smile, and we'll go in there, and then we'll do a Jedi trick on your mind that says, go away.
Or be nice.
Yeah, be nice.
Be nice.
Be nice. You know what's interesting? I was talking to Ashley, my wife, about this. I don't know why we were talking about this, but like growing up a certain kind of growing up a certain way, like she grew up Baptist. And so she's like a Baptist Christian, and there's all kinds of different Christians. And people go, they're like, I'm kind of like I'm a Lutheran Christian, I'm a Baptist Christian. I did not grow up in denomination. And I'm not obviously a Muslim Christian.
Right.
Because Muslim was told. But you know what I would be? I would not be a Baptist Baptist Christian, but I would be a Buddhist Christian.
A Buddhist Christian.
Right.
What does that mean?
I mean, Buddhists are nice people.
Oh.
I think like if you're not like a calm, peace, loving, you're terrible. You're like, there's nothing about you that's Buddhist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to be that. So I just feel like, but in Christianity, sometimes it feels like you can just be a jerk and be a Christian.
Oh, there's
right. So I'm like, that's why I'm like, when people say I'm Christian with a little bit of Baptist, I'm like, I'm Christian with a little bit of Buddhist.
A little bit of Buddhist. All right. So now, see, this is terrible. I'm like trying to smush the two together, and I'm just picturing like, isn't Buddhist the one with the like little
Buddha
naked guy with the big old belly?
Yeah.
So now I'm like, do we have like bald Jesus?
No.
With a big old belly?
I would not go down a visual thought with this conversation or this idea or concept by any means, because then you're like Buddha on a cross. What is that all like? Yeah. And then there are people listening to this, they're going, you know what? I knew it. These people are idiots.
People
are idiots. They're new age. We know you can't trust them. They're these terrible, ridiculous. They don't take Jesus seriously.
Okay, hurry before they think that. Let's get serious.
Okay.
We'll do something serious.
Okay.
Let me get really professional.
Okay.
Tell me your opinion. I can't even do
it.
You
can't even do it. You're the worst.
But I will ask you the question.
Yeah, do it.
What is your favorite thing about God?
So His patience and mercy. The favorite thing about God. Maybe even his attention to detail. See, the problem is that the favorite thing about God, with a question like that, it's usually, what's your favorite thing about what you like and what you notice? Right? It's actually really connected to me.
Right.
It's the person. Like if you like attention to details, then you're like, oh, God, I love that God is attentive. Yeah. He's into details. But I would say for me in my life, not that I have these, I'm not quite sure if I have these, but God's patience is huge. I feel like with me, with people, and his mercy, patience, where he really does let people grow into who they can be. And I think as a parent now of teenagers and quickly they're becoming adults, I think of like, wow, I'm just thinking long term. I'm thinking future. And so I'm losing my mind sometimes thinking, oh my gosh, I hope you don't get stuck in this. Like, and then I think of me at a certain age when I was like, whatever, 15, 16, 17, 18, whatever. And I go, man, I'm not that person. So I can have patience. But God does that with not just me, but he does it with me as a 48-year-old,
right.
And so, and his mercy, like he does not treat me the way I should be treated. He does not treat me with, or give me what I should have coming to me kind of thing. He interrupts the consequences of a lot of my decisions. And I'm like, it's just mercy, man. It's just mercy. It's not even just grace. It's like mercy. It's like just, favorite thing about God.
That's good.
And also I gotta tell you, I watch these I don't know if you do, but I watch these like movies about like the world, the oceans, and animals and insects. Oh my God. Like have you seen some of the creativity of God in all of creation? I'm like, this is ridiculous. The amount of color that exists in the ocean. Just think about that. The amount of color. And then the amount of just the things we have seen on TV as like, they make these monsters or they make whatever, or they're all kind of actually inspired by microorganisms that people have seen. Like,
so when you said monsters, you didn't mean like Stranger Things?
I mean Stranger Things.
In my head.
There are Stranger Things, monster-looking things in the ocean, and worms and microorganisms that look like that.
Ew. Right now, there are people listening that are like, and that is exactly why I don't go in the ocean.
Right.
That is creepy and terrifying.
Yeah, I'm not saying go there. I'm just saying
watch it on TV.
Watch it on TV. It's safe. It's comfortable. Yeah, all that good stuff.
Yes,
it's
awesome.
On HD. Yeah,
it's on HD. All right. Well, we're gonna switch it up here.
Okay,
for a second, and we're gonna do some quick fire questions.
Okay.
So, just first thing that comes to your mind. It can be serious. It can be funny. It can be whatever. But we're gonna get to know you a little bit and see if we can find out some things maybe about some other people.
Okay.
Mosaic too.
Let's go.
All right. What's something that you love?
Okay. What? Like I love tacos. Like.
Great.
Okay, that's it. I mean, but that's not.
That's something that you love.
I know. Okay.
Tell the people though the tacos that you love because they're the best ones.
The velvet tacos.
Velvet tacos.
Yeah, is just that particular one, number 12.
Number 12.
Yeah.
Optimist Hall. Oh, there's a couple of them actually now.
Yeah, there are.
Y'all go to Velvet Taco. Velvet Taco sponsor us.
But see, I love I like a pad thai. I like some Indian food. I like some Pakistan. I mean, come on. I mean, I can just talk food. I love.
You love food.
So many things I love. I love a good workout.
Okay.
I love
because you love all that good food.
Yeah, that's true too. I absolutely love a good workout. I do, especially when I kill it or crush it, or it took everything out of me, not just physically, mentally.
Yeah.
To finish it, I love that. I love parties.
Yeah.
I absolutely love parties.
Parties are fun.
Parties are fun. There's so many things.
Well, it's good. It's
Yeah,
just
I mean, I love people.
quick.
I mean, come on. I mean, yeah. Relationships, yeah. So
All right. What's something that you're scared of?
the dark.
Same, I hate it.
Really?
But you watch scary stuff. Doesn't that make
Yeah.
you then scared of the dark?
But then I don't go to the dark. Like, I mean,
But
okay,
like-
okay. Since we're just talking, since we're like, this is behind the scenes. This is just
right.
like spilling the tea, dumping the tea
Mhm.
or whatever. Yeah. So fear of the dark was a big thing growing up. It was pretty crazy, and I don't mind. I actually like vampire movies.
Oh, I know. Tell the people what your favorite movie is.
No, I'm not gonna say it's Twilight. Twilight is not, but there's so many different we call them movies out there that, you know, series of movies.
Mhm.
But if I watch something like that, or I watch something, what was the last thing I watched that really freaked me out? And then I don't want, and I walk in my neighborhood at nights, I get freaked out. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, who's behind there?
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
thank
quite
you.
sure about that. So yeah,
Okay.
so the dark.
The dark.
hmm
All right. What's something that people would be surprised to know about you? Anything.
So, you know, if you read my if you read my answers, you know I wrote something down.
Mhm.
And
And
we
now
forgot to
I'm-
ask you this before the
I'm
podcast.
looking at you to see if you're going to actually say
Should I
what
say it?
Yes.
Should I? It's terrible.
But they would be surprised.
They would be super surprised, but they'd be disgusted too.
I might have to put a warning.
How about I say it really quickly and I don't keep on going?
Okay, let me
Oh
stop
gosh,
laughing.
I know it's terrible.
Okay, go.
The surprising thing that people don't know about me is that I did not use toilet paper till I was in my late teens.
Now, please explain that because
Also,
was that by choice?
forget that. You know what? Look it up in Islam. It's a Muslim thing. Okay, it was a Muslim thing.
Okay.
Think, you know, yeah. I don't think toilet paper existed in Kuwait.
Okay.
Okay, move on.
Okay.
Also, surprising thing, which is separate from that,
Mhm.
which is if you put them together, it's not that bad.
Mhm.
The average of these two are pretty good.
Okay.
The second thing is that I was at one point a registered
Mhm.
official with a comp card. Comp card is for models and actors.
Yeah.
I was a registered model with Millie Lewis Modeling Agency in Charleston, South Carolina, and I did several gigs, including like, what do you call it, runway walking thingy?
I'm sorry. You walked a runway?
Yeah, see, you're shocked.
I want you to do it right now.
Oh, heck, no, it's not happening.
Okay.
Not happening.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you ever model for like Charmin or a toilet paper company?
you're terrible.
I
No,
couldn't resist.
but I did for Gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing
Nice.
yeah, and Banana Republic.
Can we Google this? So you were in
You
like
could.
polos and
You
fancy-
could. I don't know.
We got to find that headshot.
Oh, I got the comp card somewhere. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
I need to post that.
Yeah, you should. All right. What's something that happens behind the scenes at Mosaic that people might not know?
What happens behind the scenes? On a serious note,
Well, what? Sure.
we evaluate everything we do.
Oh my gosh, all the time.
Maybe I evaluate everything.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Or we do.
Mhm. But it's good.
It's a good thing. It's not like
It gets tiring.
it gets
if I'm being
tiring,
honest, but it's good.
but it's one thing people go, yeah. And it's sad too, because I don't want people to know this, and I do want people to know this. I want people to know this because when it comes to Mosaic, I want them to know that we are continually trying to get better and
Yeah.
better and better.
Yeah.
The reason I do not want them to know this is because when we do something, people go, you had all kinds of thoughts and all kinds of meetings and pulled off this. Wow, you guys are a bunch of
This
dum
is what you
dums.
came up with.
Right. Right. That's why I don't want people to know.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite snack?
Ooh, yellow corn chips from Target.
Specifically from Target.
I don't think you find them. Yeah, I think it's Target brand.
And you're talking tortilla chips.
Yep. Yes.
That like most people put in salsa or
Oh no,
guacamole
I
or
do
something.
not. They
You
don't
just
ruin
eat
it.
them plain.
Oh God, yes.
Okay.
So good.
So weird.
So
All right.
good.
What's a book you're reading right now?
Right now,
Mhm.
I'm going through The Art of Gathering.
Oh yeah, I read that.
Mhm.
Your wife told us both to read it
I know.
because she's so smart.
She is. She's ridiculous.
All right. What's a song you're listening to right now?
Right now.
Mhm.
Right now. See, here's the thing. I go through like spurts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One thing that annoys most of my family. Yeah, definitely my daughter. In the car, I will listen to one song again and again and again, repeat. Like if I'm going home and it's 25 minutes, good to go home, I'll listen to one song again, again, again. I have no problem with it.
Because it just fits your mood or
Yeah.
what?
I'm good. I'm like, I like it. Oh, I like it again. Well, one more time. One more
And
time.
you're not sick of it by the time you get home.
Nope.
Interesting.
Or I'll keep listening to that song a lot. So right now, I mean, so I did this with like when it comes to like Christian music, worship music. There's a song I discovered by what's his name? Mac Brock.
Yeah.
And through friends, we actually are kind of connected. But anyways, it's called Till the End.
Yeah.
And I just fell in love with that. And I was like, oh, so good. But it's a you know what I'd realized? So like songs that I like all kinds of songs, but I'm a sucker for like ballads. You know what I'm saying? Like love ballads.
Yeah.
And when there are worship songs that sound like love ballads, I'm like, oh, about it. And I think Till the End is one of those.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So right, yeah, I would say that. I am constantly going through like I would say Bollywood dance music. It just puts me in a mood. Here's the thing. I determine the mood I want to be, and then I find songs to enhance it. I don't do the opposite.
Okay, wait, what? You find the mood that instead of matching a song to your current mood, you find a song for the mood you want to be in. Is that what you just said?
No, I said I'm in a good mood. I want to be, I'm excited. I'm putting on exciting music to enhance the mood.
Right.
Instead of saying, letting songs put me in the mood.
I gotcha. That makes sense. All right. Who is the funniest person on staff?
Me.
Oy.
I don't even know why you have this question in there.
I'm going to ask everybody this question.
No one's going to say you.
I'm going to ask everybody this question.
No.
Until somebody says it's me.
No, it's not. No.
All right. Last question. Last thing. What is one thing that you want people to know? Can be serious, can be silly, can be big, can be small. I didn't give this one to you in advance.
Yeah.
So sorry. One thing you want people to know about you. We're still rolling.
I know. Okay. One thing. I mean, come on.
It doesn't feel like the thing, but
The
what's
thing.
a thing?
I'll tell you one thing. If you want to make it serious,
Sure.
sort of make it serious.
No.
Like I've given most of my life right now to this person named Jesus. And so I feel like at the end of the day, you know, like if I was dying and, you know, and you were crying over my funeral and all that stuff, and you had an opportunity to say something nice about me.
Yes.
You know, I think people would, you know, yes, great dad, amazing husband, all that good stuff. But like at the end of the day, I just want to make sure people go, my relationship with Jesus was positively affected by Naeem's life. Like Naeem's life showed me, you know, encouraged me, gave me more courage, gave me more faith, gave me more assurance that there really is a God out there who cares about me. about them,
That's good.
right?
Yeah. I already know what I'm going to say at your funeral, by the way.
That right there.
I have a note in my phone.
No, that's it. That's
I have a note.
Yeah.
I'm already prepared.
Don't do that.
Listen, you're getting old.
Okay. Again, not funny. Morbid, but no. Which means that she just confessed to premeditated murder.
No.
That's what that means.
No. Oh shoot, we're gonna have to go back and edit that out.
Yep, you do.
Well, it's been fun. It's been fun chatting with you again, having you back on the podcast.
Yes,
we'll have to.
I
do
promise
this
to
again.
be back on there again. But really, I really think you guys are doing a great job. You are an amazing host. Great conversations. But yes, this podcast is something that I really do believe like will continue to impact people's lives for years and years to come. So glad you're doing it.
Yes. Thank you. Listen, this summer, we are going to be dropping episodes every single week until we get through all of the staff. So make sure that you come back. This is also a good time to catch up if there are episodes that you have not listened to yet. Yeah. Download them, share them.
Come on.
All kinds of things.
Yeah, for sure.
We will see you guys back here next week with Pastor Ashley.
Okay, the fun one. Aha.
Bye, guys.
All right, see ya.